At a road race. How have you found today?
I mean, it's been brilliant. Obviously, for me, it's very different being in a team car rather than actually being in the race. But that was
Someone said to me that was your first time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's my first time in a team car.
I find that amazing.
No, yeah, I don't know. I guess I never really turn up at bike races unless I'm racing them. So yeah, that was the first time. But it's just been brilliant, to be able to support a race. I always said that I wanted to give back to the sport that I've loved for so many years, and this race was just so obvious for me to support. And I didn't want to just see it fade just because a sponsor had pulled out. And like I said earlier, obviously the juniors did so much for Katie and I before that Olympics, and we just would not have been as confident or as ready as we were on that day if it wasn't for them coming up to Manchester and doing the bike races with us. And then obviously the women's races is the races that I took part in when I was a junior and under 23, and when I actually liked road racing. And so now I can support it from the sidelines.
Yeah. So what are your ambitions still in cycling?
I'm going to go to the Commonwealth Games. I've been selected obviously to ride for Team England there. Obviously a medal there would be brilliant. It's back in front of a home crowd. But I have only just really started getting back into it since the Olympics. And then after that, Paris. The Paris qualification starts at the end of this year. We'll be 2 years out then. And that's where it all kick-starts again. So, 1 year just rolls into another when the Olympics start. So it just feels like it's coming around so fast.
I remember you, this high, going for national records on the velodrome. How do you keep your enthusiasm and your hunger?
I think now it's obviously very different with Albie, because I want him to be able to see me compete in bike races now. And also, you make so many sacrifices when they're little. For me, I want to make sure that those sacrifices are worth it. He does keep me fit, rest days are sort of a thing of a past. But, I just love the fact that he can see his mum out racing her bike, and it's him that motivates me now.
So the Commonwealth Games, what are we going to see you competing in now?
So I'm doing the team pursuit, the scat race and the points race.
Final word then on the team pursuit, because obviously that's always been the event for GB and England and that. How have that changed over the years with different girls coming in? And
obviously our squad now is pretty similar to what it was in Tokyo. The 4 girls that in the final obviously carried on, and then Elle obviously went off and had a little one, but she's started to race again now. So that team's actually moved forward, which is the first time that the whole squad's actually gone on to do another cycle. The team pursuit is just changing. It was always going to change because obviously it was such a new event. The 3K was new, and then they changed it to 4, and then we had to relearn that. So it was always going to develop at a rate a lot faster than the men, because the men already had it. They've had it for a lot longer, and I think it is just still developing. But I think the times now that they're getting quite maximal. I think it's going to take quite an effort to actually break that world record now, because obviously it's way quicker than the majority of times that have ever been set.
And you've won so many gold in all these different events. You got a favourite event?
Well, Madison probably.
That's a great event. It's a great event to watch.
It's like organised carnage, and I quite like that. Yeah.
And we've seen Darren. Kenny.
Jason.
Yeah. What am I thinking of? Go into coaching.
Yeah.
What are your long-term plans?
I don't know. I'd take each day as it comes, to be honest. I don't ever really look past the end of the week.
All right, so coaching.
I don't think so. I'm not sure. I would never say never.
Emma's also
Emma does it. Yeah. I'd never say never, but I don't know. I don't really see myself as a coach.
I'm just being a mum.
Just a mum. I do.